lovelies, and welcome to another video. I hope you can see me well, you can hear me well. I'm so happy to be here with you again in a sit down video because lately I've been mainly doing vlogs. And as much as I love doing vlogs, and I know that you guys really enjoy watching them, the little issue with this is that currently in my life there's this much going on. So with that, being sad, since there's zero going on, I really don't have that much to show in vlogs except for me reorganizing my fridge and my wardrobe. And someone's told me that they really don't want to watch me tidy anymore. I can take it. I'm a big girl. It's okay. So today's video is going to be a lot more glamorous sit down video about the best shoe trends for spring summer 2021. I mean, I love buying shoes, and honestly I bought so many that a lot of these that I'm gonna show you are completely unworn, but I'm ready for summer and spring 2021, so I think that when it comes I will be ready. And honestly, I am such an optimist and a firm believer in the fact that we will have beautiful summer. That's what I choose to believe, first of all. And second of all, if you can't be, looking forward to something and thinking positive, then I don't know, things are just gonna be very sad every single day. So I choose to be an optimist. Before I start showing you the best shoe trends for spring summer 2021, I'm not gonna take all the credit for it because I have to be honest, guys, I didn't come up with this list all by myself. I woke up one morning and I was like, okay, you guys are seeking the list, you want to know what are the most the shoes that you need to buy for this spring summer. And it was a lot of responsibility for me just to be like, okay, so buy this and buy that and that's it. I consulted my friend Sandra, who is powerhouse behind 5" and Up, and she is biggest shoe specialist I have ever met. I cannot even tell you how many shoes this girl has, first of all, and how well she knows shoes and how much knowledge she has when it comes to from craftsmanship to trends to brands to what's gonna be the next big thing. And if you haven't checked 5"andup.com already, you should change that now. This is not sponsored, by the way. Sandra's my friend. I mention her in my videos all the freaking time. It's just that, we speak every single day. And every single pair of shoes that I buy, I show her and she shows me, and we always say what we think about the other person's purchases. She's like my shopping pal. I kind of spoke to her about what she thinks I should mention, and I told her what I think I should mention. So we really brainstormed. I also watched all the runways. I did a lot of research, and I'm coming to you with an extensive list of trends for this summer. I do not own all the trends because some of them, they just do not work for me, but you guys will realize that as we go into. Now, before we start talking about trends, I think you should click the subscribe button, because if you watch this far and you love shoes, we should be friends. Okay, so shoes to look forward to. Number one on the list are Kitten Heels. I think that, coming back from home slippers to a big stiletto is not gonna be so easy. So you have to take the baby steps. You have to, take it slow, take it easy. And you're so lucky because there is a whole variety of kitten heels out there, and I've shown several of them on this channel. I think my number one favorite ones, which by the way I've already worn more than 20 times, even though I've only had them for 2 months, and I'm talking about 2 months of lockdown, I've already worn them 20 times, are the Valentino Roman stud shoes. I worn them so much, like I told you, that I even already resold them. So this is the second sole because, I worn them that much. So this is the kitten heel version of the Roman stud sandals. And actually from the runway, you could see that these come in several different variations, from the slide to the flat to the high heel, I believe. But this is my absolute favorite version. I'm normally 39 to 40 and I opted for 40 in these, which is kind of my standard size, I would really say. I love the chunkiness of the straps. I love how they add something so cool to every look. And even when they're just peeking under a pair of jeans, the pointy part, I Love that, especially since now we're so into baggy jeans. The heel is very comfortable. I even flew in these from Milan to Paris after Milan Fashion Week, so I was traveling in them. Basically, that's how comfortable they are, and I had loafers with me, so I could have just traveled in loafers, but I was like, no, I love these shoes so much. I love them to the point where I would, you know, really recommend them, and I would probably get them in another color as well. And I'm talking about Kitten Heel. I'm not talking about another variation of the Roman style shoe. I think that Kitten Heels are so fabulous for spring summer because you can go day to night, and like I said, you can even get like something else, like let's say the Prada triangle kitten heel. I've shown you the blue and the pink on this channel. I think that Prada triangle kitten heels are also super cool. They also come in a flat and a high heel version, but for me kitten heel is the best. Also the runway option, they come in every single color: light blue, light pink, yellow, orange, black, white, literally every single color there is, and I think they're amazing. They are a little bit heavier because they're like rubber or nylon or a mix. I think this is a little bit lighter, but then this is a leather option. So, you know, this is also very different because it has the ankle strap and the other ones are like slingbacks. So still kind of different. But either way, kitten heel is a big must-have for spring summer 21. Let's keep it nice and casual in the comfortable area, right? So talking about comfortable shoes, look, no one's going to be like, maybe actually I will be getting straight into heels from sleepers, because to be honest, I have so many heels that I haven't worn that I feel like it's a little bit, you know, like almost a novelty wearing high heels. But then, little digression, I remember after the first lockdown when I went out on a first date, and then when I got back home, my feet were like size 43, how swollen they were. Probably nobody wants to know this, but it was so uncomfortable. But the circulation in my feet was completely changed due to the fact that I haven't worn heels in a very long time, because I haven't worn heels from February to June or July, I don't know, but it was a long time. Maybe I should stick to the trend number 2, which is loafers. This is not a surprise, right? Not a surprise at all. We got Prada triangle loafers here, and these are not the only loafers that I got for spring summer 21, because you guys know that I also got the Chanel loafers as well. I didn't bring them here because I thought like soon this would become a short shoe wardrobe if I bring everything here, but I have 2 pairs of loafers and truly love them. Chanel and Prada currently have many great options, but they're of course like the standard loafer brands as well that you can always consult. Bottega Veneta has done a cool loafer as well this season, but I stick with the loafers that have the very chunky sole. As you can see, these really remind me of kind of like, I don't know, a schoolgirl vibe. I worn them a lot. I once wore them on like with no socks, which I definitely do not recommend because I find this leather to be quite hard, and these are size 40 if you need any size reference. I also saw them in white, but for me personally, I'm not a massive fan of white shoes in terms of like these kind of shoes, you know? If we're talking about heels or sandals, sure, but if we're talking about boot, like a chunky, you know, everything white, I'm not so sure, but I might change my mind. So, you know, don't at all like write this anywhere, like don't listen to me, because I change my mind like so often that I just want to give you facts here. Loafers are a big trend for 2021. Wear them with jeans, wear them with shorts, wear them with mini skirts, wear them with whatever you want, but you will look great in loafers. Now let's talk about the crystal fabulous Cinderella shoes, or maybe as Sandra calls them, fantasy heels. I'm talking about the high heels that are in like rainbow colors with beautiful crystals. So you guys know I have the Mac and Mac heels, I have Aquazzura crystal sandals, I have Jimmy Choo heels with crystals, I have so many Amina Muadis. I mean, there's a lot that's crystallized, and pretty much every brand is coming up with like more and more crystals on the heel, because we're getting into time when everybody just wants to enjoy the shoes and feel in that kind of celebration mood in a way. So here I have like 3 pairs that I wanted to show you. So I was telling you about the Jimmy Choos. This shoe, if you ask me, is so incredible. It's a pointy heel, as you can see, sandal with beautiful, stunning crystals at the back. and crystals all around the ankle. I mean, can you believe this? Look at this hanging part at the back. I think that we just need the fantasy heel a little bit to get away from the reality of pajamas, and this is the kind of high heel that is super popular and was all over the runways, but it's also all over the e-commerce shops, stores. You can get these everywhere. I will link some of my favorites below, but I think these are just incredible. So I have, like I said, 3 fantasy heels here. Second pair of choice, because I was like, I need to show this, so extra, are the Amina Muadis in, I've worn these. Where did I wear them, I wonder? I don't know, but anyway, probably for like a real shooting or something like that. So these are fully crystallized and metallic Amina Muadi sandals. I love these because they always like make me feel like it's a special occasion, even when worn with jeans, because these shoes are so beautiful. The way they glow in, like, not in the dark, but when it's like kind of dark with a little bit of light, it's incredible. It's almost like blinding. I also really love the Mac and Mac, even though I feel that the shoe itself is a little bit uncomfortable. I think the design is so stunning that it's kind of hard not to mention. But one heel that I believe belongs in this category, even though it's not really necessarily crystallized, are these Aquazzura sandals. Now, they belong in fantasy heel category because I think they're kind of, I wouldn't say embellished, but they have this 3D applique, which is so beautiful. And they're pink, as you can see. Pink is very big for spring summer 21, so you will not go wrong if you get something like this. But I cannot wait to wear these heels. These are in size 39. They fit me perfectly. I love how they look on my foot, and they come in so many different colors. So if you can, run, go and get them. Now I'm gonna tell you about one trend that I actually don't have in my wardrobe at all. And I'm talking about clogs. So we could see clogs everywhere. Specifically one pair of clogs that caught my eye are Hermes clogs. They were like these 2 different versions. One were with a Kelly buckle in the front, and the others just had like a leather edge. Those were from the runway collection. I cannot decide which ones I love better. At first I loved the Kelly buckle more, and now I'm like gravitating more towards the leather edge. But I'm not sure 100% if I would wear them, and whether or not clogs remind me too much of growing up, because as someone whose parents are pharmacists, you could see a lot of clogs being worn in the pharmacy. That's basically where I come from. Like, I would say a pharmacist kind of uniform is like a white lab coat and clogs, white clogs. But maybe I shouldn't mix that quite with Hermes clogs, because I mean, I think they're so cool, especially with like wool socks. I am almost dying for that. I'm just thinking, is that really me? And that brings me to a very important topic. Trends are amazing. I love following trends. I love watching trends. I love acknowledging them. But I don't actually buy into all the trends. If something is not me, I just say like, honey, I'm never gonna wear this, so I'm not gonna buy it. And you know what else? I don't need to have every trend. I don't need to wear every trend. If it's not me, and if it doesn't bring me joy, I'm simply gonna say no to that trend. So do not spend your money on things that are just trendy. Spend your money on things that you will wear over and over and over and over and over again. And then, you know, in 2 months' time, you can just spend like 20 euro to resole them, and again, wear them and wear them and wear them and wear them. That's smart shopping. And talking about smart shopping, I have something from last season, or last season, that is still kind of trendy now, I would say. Talking about mesh shoes. Now, mesh shoes and any kind of woven shoes, including the new editions of Bottega Veneta shoes, are still going to be around in 2021. I believe that's simply because mesh and woven pieces are very summer. They're very like South of France, or, you know, like you just want to wear something that's so summery, a little bit retro and cool. And I think that you will be able to find mesh everywhere. I'm quite happy that I wore these shoes a lot, but that I still have them in my wardrobe and I still would wear them, though I don't have anywhere to wear them, but I think I would if I had. So we'll see when the time comes. The square toe shoes are still really big, especially in Bottega. And I think the mesh with the square toe mixed is perfect. So mesh shoes will be around a lot, and I will insert pictures of some other kind of woven, either if it's like a straw-like or if it's just like a woven leather pieces that I think are going to be very, very popular in spring summer 21, and you will see them all over the internet. Next up is something else that I don't have in my wardrobe. Doesn't mean I will not have any by this summer, but this is more of a, I would say, high summer type of shoe, and we're talking about the platform flip-flop. Now, this is not super new because platform flip-flops, such as the ones from The Row, were super popular and all over Instagram, if you ask me, last summer. I did buy a pair of The Row flip-flops. I tried them on, and I realized that this is just not for me. And also, not everything looks good on every foot. Of course, if something brings you joy, even if it looks terrible on you, you should wear it, because who cares? If you feel great and if these difficult times, a piece of clothing or a pair of shoes is bringing you joy, you should definitely wear them. I 100% support that, like 100%, then it's worth every penny. But for me personally, like, I tried them on and I was like, this doesn't look good on me. Actually, no, and I returned them. So I haven't really found the pair that I'm in love with, but I'm eyeing these Attico ones. They're more of a flip-flop sandal because they have a strap which is tying around ankle and they look a little bit more delicate, but they have a big thick platform, which I think can be quite elongating when it comes to legs. In general, when it comes to flat sandals, I think that the big chunky platform is super trendy, and we could also see that in Rosie's collection for Gia Couture. Like, she designed a pair of flat sandals which are really thick platform. So I think that's a little sign that if you are buying flat sandals, look into anything with the thick platform. And I don't mean like, you know, the 90s or 2000s platform. I'm talking about this thick. Something similar to my next trend, which is here for another year, and I think it's here to stay. The grandpa sandal. This merges with another trend, if you ask me, which is a house shoe trend, but I still think this belongs to its own category and it deserves its own category because I have 3 pairs, but also because it's great. So I worn them a lot last summer, and I have 3 pairs, which means that these are incredible. I know a lot of you hate them. You guys say that, oh, if these wouldn't have a Chanel sign, you would hate them, which is not correct, because I even made my boyfriend buy a pair of these, except that they were not Chanel, you know, but Birkenstock, I think. And I'm kind of trying to convince everybody else's boyfriend, because I think this kind of shoe is so classic and so cool, because it does not look like it's a try-hard shoe. It looks very, very simple, easy. And mine are in size 38.5, because I'm normally like 39 to 40. These are 38.5. The other ones are 39. When I tried 40, I felt like they were too big, because I believe these are quite chunky. Like I said, house slipper is a big trend and we've seen it everywhere. Balenciaga has now even done this shoe which is like full shearling slipper, even with a heel, which I definitely don't like, but it's really trendy. There's a lot of like also like shearling-y type of shoes for spring summer, which I'm not really like, even though I sometimes wear the most uncomfortable fashion there is, I also like don't want to have sweaty feet, you know, like I don't think anybody should want that. But on the contrary, when it comes to house slippers, Louis Vuitton has done and shown in their spring summer collection the pillow boot. And you're wondering, boot for summer, aren't we over that? Well, I really love the pillow boots, to the point where I have written a whole blog post about them. I think they're so comfortable, they're wonderful, and I would definitely wear them over and over and over again. If you haven't read that blog post, I think you should, because those boots are amazing. I love them. There's so many house slippers out there on the market that I would recommend. So definitely, if you want to be comfortable but you want to look cool, search in that direction, you know? It's bueno. One other trend that I think is coming back slowly, and spring summer 21 will only be its beginning, but we are going to be heading that direction, are ballerina shoes. And sadly in Paris, since it's not really a thing for me at the moment, I don't have any ballerina shoes, but let me assure you that in England I have several pairs. I'm just not really sure that I'm ready to get back into the ballerina shoe thing and suffer with backaches from the flatness of the shoe. But let me tell you, when I saw the Celine collection, the spring summer Monaco collection, and okay, I promise I will at some point stop talking about this Celine collection, but when I saw the flat shoes styled in the right way, I was like, ballerinas are coming back, and I think by the time it's next summer I'll probably be ready for it, because I already have enough to work here with, you know. Sneakers. I mean, I've told you guys, this morning my boyfriend called me and he was like, and you know what else you can do today? You can buy another pair of sneakers because you only bought like 5 pairs this week. Guilty as charged. I love sneakers, and I would divide this category into 2. The kind of like chunky, almost retro sneaker, and then the more like Nike style high top Air Jordan type of sneaker. Which one do you want first? Let's do the high tops. So just when I said I'm gonna stop talking about Celine, I will not stop, because I have to show you these, and I'm touching them at the bottom because I haven't worn them yet. So otherwise I'm so disgusted by soles, touching the shoes in general. Like I cannot, I'm just waiting to finish this video to go like wash my hands with everything. These are incredible. Okay, they're coming a little bit big, so I am 39 in these, and honestly I love these because they're white, they're simple, they're perfect, clean white high tops. And I love high tops because I just love wearing them with, now I'm gonna have to reveal the bottom of my outfit, which is making me a little bit uncomfortable, but it's tracksuit. And I love wearing them with the Nike kind of socks because I think that looks so cool. Last week I made an order of Nike socks. I will link them below because they're insane, and I wear them with sneakers. And for these shoes I also have the similar Celine socks. That's a little bit unnecessary, but when given opportunity, I could not say no to. I love this, and I love wearing the Nike socks with my Air Jordans. I now have them in orange, blue, green, black. The other type of sneakers, like I said, is the chunky sneaker. And my favorite one, which I'm so shocked, because I ordered these sneakers because Sandra was like, Tamara, you need to get Axel Arigato sneakers, marathon runner. I will link them below for you guys, because if you get one pair of sneakers and if you like this type of retro sneaker, go for this. I know, because when I saw them I was like, ah. So they arrived, and actually they were sitting in the UPS depot for like a month because I was so not even excited to get them. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna want to wear this. And when it arrived, my boyfriend was like, wow, this is like, are you gonna wear these shoes? Lol. I wear them so much that, I mean, look, I even like scrubbed the sole. I wear this every single day. They're so comfortable. No wonder they're called marathon runner. They're insane. And honestly, for me, Axel Arigato is such a brand to watch, but also New Balance, which look very, very similar to these. So these type of sneakers will be all over everything, like every social media platform, all the streets this summer, for people who wear sneakers in the summer too, you know, because I guess not everybody does. And I think the last trend to mention, which is not necessarily my favorite, but I think is worth mentioning, would be a sort of like a heavy chain or chain type of shoe. When it comes to chains, you've seen me show you before the J.W. Anderson slide, you've seen me show you on Instagram specifically Versace sandals, Stella McCartney sandals, and then there's some other, not only chain embellished, but in general embellished heels that I wear a lot, and I get so many questions every time I show these. These are the J.W. Anderson like jewelry heels, and basically this is so hard to show, but you will see it on a try on. They have this kind of like, it's not real jewelry, obviously, imagine if it was, but this kind of jewel in the front. And every time I wear these, you guys are like, where did you get these? Well, I told you in December when I was buying them, and I said, guys, these will sell out, so if you really like them, buy them now. And I mean, if you didn't listen to me, now it's too late, because now they're sold out, like, you know. The problem is with these shoes, when they're really good, they sell out very fast, and that's why I had to buy many shoes even though I didn't wear them. But I will wear them the moment that I can. That is my TED talk. of the day. Basically, long story short, trends are so fun. I'm here to tell you all about them, and you're here to decide whether or not you want this trend or this trend, and I support any of your decisions. So let me know which of these trends is your favorite, or which pair of shoes did you like the most. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon, maybe even from Italy. Bye guys!